The Gelidonya Wreck, discovered in the west of Antalya, the remains of Gelidonya ship first drew the attention of a sponge diver, Kemal Aras from Bodrum. The scenery is seen at the seabed by Kemal Aras was unusual and different from the other shipwrecks, which normally contained a great number of amphorae. Here, at the site of Gelidonya Wreck, there was a great number of copper ingots scattered over the rocks and fused with them in the course of centuries. Kemal Aras told the story of this wreck loaded with copper to American anthropologist, journalist Peter Throckmorton, who eventually persuaded a young archaeologist George Bass to excavate this late Bronze Age shipwreck. This was how George Bass, the father of underwater archaeology, started his long and brilliant career. Arriving at the site in 1960, Bass and his team understood that this was a late Bronze Age ship carrying copper cargo and metal objects. Although ship hull didn't survive, there was a great number of oxhide-shaped copper ingots scattered all over the place. From the finds discovered, the archaeologist could make the story of the ship's journey and date. The ship started its journey in Syria, stopped at Cyprus where it took the copper ingots and lambs, and then headed for southern Turkey where it hit the rocks and sank near Gelidonya Point. Not able to separate the ingots from the rocks, the archaeologists cut the rocks and brought them to the platform where they separated them from each other. This late Bronze Age ship dating to 12th.Century BC had interesting artifacts giving information about the journey. The tree logs analysis of the wood and the carbon-14 dating of wicker and wood pieces, discovered between the copper ingots, helped to date of the Gelidonya Wreck. While sailing through the islands, the vessel hit the reefs and sank. The ship rested at depth of 26-28 meters and the main load of the ship was copper ingots weighing 24-25 kilos each. The vessel with the single square sail was carrying about 1 ton of cargo and it was 10-12 meters long. A large number of scrap metals found on board indicate that they were melted on the ship and given new forms. A moon-shaped razor, imitations of 5 Egyptian scarabs and the stone anchor of the ship are interesting objects discovered at the site. Gelidonya Wreck was the first underwater excavation directed by an archaeologist, and by following the principles of the land archaeology it was totally completed in water.